Welcome, everyone. Yes, and welcome again. As I said, we are very excited to be launching the Guanajuato Ecosystem Report today. Just to have everyone sharing to everyone here our agenda for today. So first of all, there will be a quick introduction about the event and also about the report that we're giving. We will be having then presentations by IDEA GTO, and then we will be following it up with some key results by the Startup Link team. Our head consultant, Chris, will be showing us about the key findings about the report. And then the last part, and I think the most interesting part for a lot of us is the presentations by stakeholders from the local of Guanajuato. And after that, we will have everyone everyone give their Q&A and questions to those presenters. So first, we would like to welcome our CEO, Ellie. Hi, Ellie.
Hello, everyone. Really, really great to be here. I want to really say how much I enjoyed being in Guanajuato. And to all our listeners today, I really think it's the most amazing startup ecosystem in Mexico. I never saw such a place that has so much government support and so much enthusiasm and energy for startup ecosystems. So I want to congratulate Antonio, Rafael, all the people in IDEA GTO, Diego Sinue, the governor of Guanajuato. Really amazing place. And for those of you that are here from outside of Mexico, if you're thinking of a place to go to Mexico, I really recommend Guanajuato. There are some amazing cities there, León, Guanajuato itself, Irapuato, so many great places. And again, this is a place where people really care. about you, about your startup. It's so important. I think it's the most interesting place in Mexico in terms of how much people care about the startup ecosystem. So I really want to congratulate everyone. It's a beautiful report, also for a beautiful region that we love so much. And yeah, let's stay tuned for Gers and for the intro. So thank you so much, Catherine, and everyone that joined today. I really recommend to go there and build your startup in Guanajuato. I really enjoyed my time there. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Ellie. Thank you for joining us and for those words. So now we will start with the first presentations for today. We would like to introduce Rafael Mojica, who is the Director of Competitiveness at IDEA GTO. So yeah, so while Rafael is being promoted, soon our team will be putting the links where we can download the Guanajuato report on the chat. So you'll be able to download the report through the links that we will be pasting on the chat in a bit. Hi, Rafael, how are you?
Hi, Catherine. How are you? Fine.
Great, yes, excited to see you and excited to finally
Yes.
release this amazing report.
Yes, we're very happy because we are part of a team. We are working with some allies, and we're very glad that we're working with you. And we received greeting from Juan Antonio Reus, our director, and our governor Diego Sinue, who is he's very he's very concerned about the topics about the ecosystem, how we improve the ecosystem, how we do some and nexus with another countries, etc. So we are very glad to be here, and I want to share some information about our ecosystem to know what we are talking about. Ellie, nice to see you again. We have some presentation in the last April here in Guanajuato, and was very powerful because we have some reflection about what we are doing, how we connect with another ecosystem, how we can improve the startups in Guanajuato. So the next, please. Guanajuato is in the center of Mexico. We are more or less 6.3 million inhabitants. And because we are in the center of Mexico, we can connect the Pacific and the Gulf of Mexico, the north and the south. And this is a characteristic of our state. So we can connect with the United States, but also with the south of the Central and South America. So we are the fifth economy in Mexico, and we are not a border state, but we are the most the state that most exports to United States and not being border. Next, please. And we are IDEA GTO. IDEA GTO is a part of the government of the state, and our concerns is about entrepreneurship, technology, competitiveness, science, and innovation. So we connect these topics, and we have to attend this kind of public in scientists, entrepreneurs, and chambers, and we have to connect all them. Next, please. The way we do is to create a common identity. It's important because in the regions, there's a lot of people, organizations that do a lot of things, but sometimes it's separate. They don't have things in common until we put them in an identity. The identity of our ecosystem is Mind Factor Valley, the accent in Mind Factory because we have a history about factories focus on manufacturing. So what we as what we want is more mind factor, mind, hands, spirit, the talent, and all these things putting in solving problems, social, environmental, and economic. Next, please. We think that the ecosystems connects what cities and regions separate. No, sometimes one country is separated from another country, but the ecosystems can be similar. So in the logic of the ecosystems, we can connect some aspects of what we do in our state with another ecosystems in the world. And with help of Startup League is a key for us because they open some connections with this ecosystem. Next, please. This is part of the numbers of our ecosystem: university, researchers, center research, technology parks, and innovation hubs. Some of these numbers are organizations and projects that we as IDEA GTO promote. Another one is from are private or from universities. And our job is how we connect what happen in the universities with the factories, with the government, and this is what we do in IDEA GTO, mainly in two summits. One focus on investment is Capital Startup Capital, and another called Manufacture Day, where Ellie David was presenting a conference. Next, please. This is our road. How we connect people that have an idea. No, sometimes people have an ideas in their universities or in their factories. So when people have an idea and receive investment, how we can improve this road. No, this is how we connect this in incubators, accelerators, funds, etc., to improve and pass from idea to a startup. Next, please. This is how we see our ecosystem connecting with some stakeholders and looking the how in international allies. Next, please. This year we received an award from Startup League in January. We are the first place nationwide in patents per 100,000 people in Mexico. We participated in the MIT REAP. Last year we received the second place in the City Awards and the Smart City Expo Latam. We received an award in a technology food program that we have in Guanajuato called Foodathon. Next, please. And the next, this is about communities. Some aspect that we start in the ecosystem is talking some trends, some topics, gather some people that have something in common. So this is one of our communities installed in different organizations. Next, please. This is another program called Innovation Gyms. This is where people that have an idea can work in a business model or prototyping. So they enter with an idea and then they have a business model or something that they can go next to the incubators or mentors or whatever they need in their ecosystem. Next, please. This is a hobby. Hobby is a place in the center of the cities where people can work more in their ideas. special in technology, in some lines about aerospace, industry, digital transformation, robotic, and creative industries. Next, please. We have some incubators and accelerators. Next, please. We have an innovation district because sometimes the SMEs or the entrepreneurs, they don't have spaces. It's common that Starbucks is a place where they have their meetings or they meet another investors or whatever. So this is a place for entrepreneurs and SMEs and chambers to show some technology, to share some ideas, to work on data and access to some software that they can afford in personal, but we bring them to improve their projects. Next, please. This is our investment forum that we have every year for startup capital. And this is important for the startup. This is a part of the route for the entrepreneurs. Next, please. This is a program focused on technology and women, called Woman Factura, and we work especially in artificial intelligence. So receive a greeting from our director. We are very glad to be here and working with the Startup Link. This is an opportunity to reflect about what we are doing, what we can improve our work, and what we can grow with talking with other ecosystems in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rafael. Thank you for that great presentation. Always, it's always amazing to hear about the ecosystem and how everyone works together. Everyone will see it on the report. It's really clear that it's a very tight-knit community and everyone helps each other. And I think that's really the reason why the ecosystem is being pushed forward, because there's help from both the government, the private sector, and all the entrepreneurs also help each other. So thank you again, Rafael. And we hope to work with you on other things as well, and continuing and improving the ecosystem together. Yes, so now we will be hearing from Gers Bisman, who is our head of our consulting team. He will be discussing the Guanajuato report and letting us know more about the results that we have on the report. So like I said, for those that are just joining us now, I am going to paste again the report download link. You can download the report at lp.startuplink.com/Guanajuato report. Tigers.
Hello, Catherine. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very good, very good. Thank you. Excited to be here. So, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the space to provide a little bit of our results after the thorough research we've been doing in Guanajuato and its cities. Let me share my screen with the to show a little bit about the results we have, right? So basically, before anything, I would like to thank everybody that participated in the report. Not only the Startup Link team and the Idea GTO teams, but also a lot of people that we were able to interview, a lot of stakeholders of the ecosystem that gave us their insights and their unique views on the ecosystem and how it is growing, the strengths, the weaknesses, and how to make sure that the ecosystem continues on its growth path as it has been growing in the past few years. That said, Yeah, so my name is Gers Fisman. I'm the head of research at Startup Link, and I have been leading this project along with a great team at Startup Link on finding the best insights of the ecosystem in Guanajuato and what are the main strengths that we have found there. So yeah, let's go. Let's go. Well, first of all, as Catherine said, we have shared the link to the report on the chat. You can open it at guanajuato.startuplink.com/report, and you'll be able to download it. And yeah, let's go into it. So one of the main things in the report, the main, let's say, the main insights that we can get from such an investigation is where is the startup ecosystem, right? Given that uh, Guanajuato is not one ecosystem because it's not a city, but it's the sum of its different ecosystems. And we have found that, of course, the leading ecosystem is the state's most populated city, León, which accounts to around almost 60% of the startup ecosystem of Guanajuato. But yeah, we have found a good activity. When I refer to the startup ecosystem, I refer taking into account the number of startups. So basically, around 60% of Guanajuato startups have been found to be in León, which makes sense. It's natural to have the most populated city in the region to be the strongest also. But we have also found really exciting secondary and tertiary hubs within the ecosystem, which talks about the disposition for IDEA GTO and all the stakeholders to have to not only have a major hub, which they have, but also some other cities that make it easier for entrepreneurs to thrive in Guanajuato without the need to move to the main hub early on in their journey, right? So we have found that Irapuato and Celaya are on a league on their own, below León, with around 10% of the startups in the ecosystem. And then we have another tier of cities, which are Pénjamo, Valle de Santiago, Salamanca, and Yuriria, which account for close to 5% of the ecosystem each. So that's for the distribution of startups in the ecosystem. Okay, so as the main ecosystem in the region, we wanted to take a look at how León is comparing against other ecosystems, especially in Mexico, because as we see it, startup ecosystems are products, and they have, of course, competitors, which are the similar locations. So peers selected based on the size of the economy and the population. Basically, we have found that these are the most logical peers for León, which are Santiago de Querétaro, Tijuana, and Ciudad Juárez, cities very similar in population and economy. Uh, and yeah, León is faring quite well. León is the seventh ecosystem in Mexico, compared to Santiago de Querétaro being the sixth. But also Tijuana is the 10th, and Ciudad Juárez the 11th. León, as we can see, it's not only the 7th in the country, but it's also growing within the country. It grew one spot last year. León was the 8th ecosystem in Mexico, so it is definitely on a growth path, and it's also increasing its ranking at the Central America level, for which it is 9th, and it used to be 12th last year. So yeah, we have a strong improvement in León compared to peers, and we see also that the gap in the total score of our formula is being narrowed with Santiago de Querétaro, which is the closest city above them, as they are the sixth and León is the seventh in Mexico. And yeah, as was mentioned, besides León, Guanajuato is a strong ecosystem. Guanajuato has other strong ecosystems. In particular, Irapuato. We're looking at Irapuato and Celaya with really good eyes, as they are 9th and 12th in Mexico. And as mentioned before, Valle de Santiago, Pénjamo, Yuriria, and Salamanca are all new ecosystems in our rankings, which is very interesting to find so many cities with a seed of a startup activity within a single state, right? So yeah, we are seeing overall growth in the state highlighted by these new cities in the ecosystem. And yeah, we feel like a special congratulation is in place for Irapuato because they made the highest debut in our rankings. And they, from not appearing in the rankings in 2023, they appeared as the ninth ecosystem in Mexico, being of course in the top 10. So yeah, what about industries? We are seeing that the main industries in which León is overperforming is the our energy and environment, and the hardware and IoT, the in which they are ranking second in the industry. We also have good results in transportation and food tech, as well as social and leisure, e-commerce and retail, and health tech. And ed tech would be the last of the industries in which León is outperforming its global rank. About regarding sub industries, we see really strong. We see a good strength in the startup sub industries of consumer goods and agtech in León, in which they are second in Central America, and they also fifth. León is fifth in enterprise technology in Central America on the 2024 ranking. So we are seeing, a few industries and sub-industries in which the city is quite strong due to the interesting initiatives and the initiatives that are coming out from startups in the region in those industries. Yeah, that's a little bit about the result at the city level, but also at the industry level. It's some of the bytes of information that we found the most interesting. But if you want to check out the whole report, as mentioned before, please go to guanajuato.startuplink.com/report and see all the information. The long, it's around 50-page report that we have created about the Guanajuato startup ecosystem. It's really interesting. You will see many of the interesting initiatives, interesting startups coming out of the region, but also interesting initiatives coming out from government, corporations, universities, etc., in the region that create this really interesting, tight-knit ecosystem with a lot of relationship and opportunities for technology initiatives. So yeah, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, and I go back to you, Catherine.
Yes, thank you, girls, and thank you for the great work of you and the team. We're really excited to see, all the hard work that we've been doing together, of course, with the IDGTO team and by the Element Factura, in order for us to really show everyone and showcase this amazing ecosystem. So now we will be listening to a video where we will know more about the ecosystem from the perspective of the Guanajuato governor. I don't know, Aaron, could you share your screen maybe? Aaron, sorry, I don't think we have an audio at the moment. So I think we're having a bit of technical difficulties just with the video. But while we're fixing it, again, we encourage everyone to download the report. It's a great report to understand the ecosystem, and it's also a great resource for everyone, that's looking into expanding or relocating in the region in Latam or in Mexico specifically. As we saw in the presentation so far, there's been a lot of great things and great initiatives in the ecosystem, and it's a great place to start your startup. Let's see if the video will.
En Guanajuato nació México y aquí tomamos lo mejor de nuestra historia para proyectar nuestro mejor futuro. Un futuro sustentable y próspero para todos. Hoy Guanajuato es la potencia industrial de México. Tenemos el clúster automotriz más dinámico de Latinoamérica y en nuestro clúster aeroespacial estamos diseñando y construyendo por primera vez aviones 100% mexicanos. Además, somos líderes en turismo, moda, calzado y agroindustria. Somos la capital de la innovación y emprendimiento en México, gracias a la creación del Valle de la Manufactura, una política pública basada en su ecosistema que dinamiza, conecta y fortalece las capacidades competitivas de Guanajuato.
Manufacture is innovation. It's science and applied technology. It's entrepreneurship based on science and tech, oriented to the development and evolution of Guanajuato's society. In the Manufacture Valley in Guanajuato, we have 12 project incubators, 29 innovation gyms, as well as 8 research centers, 8 technology parks, and 5 technology transfer offices. It's the innovation epicenter. We are a land of international alliances. We follow the example of large regions and nations, allowing us to create new gateways to Guanajuato. We are sending more Guanajuato to the world and more world to Guanajuato. Because here, innovation is the basis for creating social evolution. We are proud to say that the Manufacture Valley is part of a network of 70 global ecosystems, guided by the MIT REAP program, which allow the development of ideas, projects, and technologies to accelerate the entrepreneurial culture driven by innovation. Thanks to our talent and leadership, we are the only venue in Latin America for the Hanover Mess Fair, an event that is here to stay. The ValleDeLaMentefactura.com platform connects young people, companies, and entrepreneurs with mentorship and opportunities to accelerate their connection with the ecosystem and allow them to be part of it. We have a collective model that promotes entrepreneurship through innovation and knowledge transfer, aiming to improve people's living condition. The Manufacture nodes are entrepreneurial communities in developing places deployed all along the territory of Guanajuato. There, citizens, through knowledge and technology, generate goods and services based on a mind-making aimed at diversifying their income and improving their realities. The Manufacture nodes have a transformative purpose, where citizens, mainly women, discover new capabilities by acquiring technical skills and technical scientific language based on the social, collaborative, and regenerative economy. In each node, people's work gets the dignified and revalued that they adopt collaborative values and principles. Here, care for the environment is essential for the development of its activities. To set an example, the Loma Dorada node, knowledge of material and circular economy is applied to the production of plastic wood furniture. In the Irapuato node, technologies based on organic chemistry are used to produce biofertilizer and fertilization systems. At the Celaya node, knowledge of biotechnology and circular economy is used for the production of vegetables with indoor hydroponic systems. Through knowledge, people become aware of their research and engineering skills to find solutions. In the nodes, knowledge is democratized and is used to generate opportunities and to promote social change through technology.
Guanajuato y su Valle de la Manufactura es el lugar donde las ideas, la tecnología y el emprendimiento y los negocios se unieron para el desarrollo de las familias. Este valle es una ruta llena de oportunidades que pone en marcha las mejores ideas para elevar la calidad de vida de las personas y mejorar la competitividad de sus empresas. Y justamente esta ruta pone a Guanajuato como la referencia en tecnología y negocios de alto nivel, no solo en México, sino en toda América Latina. Este es el potencial que tenemos, por eso somos en Guanajuato la grandeza de México.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I think it's even more even gives us more idea about the ecosystem and how, as Gur said, Guanajuato ecosystem is not just one city, but it's all these amazing cities that are working together in very diversified industries. So there's always a city for each of us who is looking for a very specific maybe industry that we're interested in, or as the startup that we are forming. So thank you, Aaron, for sharing us the video. So now you'll be hearing from a couple of stakeholders from the ecosystem. The first stakeholder that we will be hearing from is the commercial director of Monitor App, Eric Solis. Hola, Eric. How are you?
Hey, good morning. How are you, Katrin?
Great, great. It's great for you. Thank you for joining us today. We're excited to know more about Monitor App and also your time in Guanajuato.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for having us. I want to start with a special thanks to Eli David, CEO from Startup Link, also to Rafael Mojica, Director of IDEA Guanajuato, and of course, George Fisman, Director of the Ecosystem Research. So let me start by telling you that we're a Mexican company based out of Irapuato. And we're a small team right now, but we mainly are 15 people from local talented engineers, programmers. I will say that mostly comes from Guanajuato schools and area. And that's a huge advantage. We started our operations in 2019, and we have consolidated a strong platform, not just for the Mexican companies, but also at the international level. And we serve mainly the automotive industry, but you can apply Monitor App to almost any type of manufacturing company that wants to jump into this digital world that now it's a must. So what we do at Monitor App, we help the manufacturing companies optimize their production processes through automation and digitizing their processes. This platform is hosted in two AWS cloud or Microsoft clouds. So it's very easy to deploy and scale. And also we provide operational data tools that will collaborate with all the team, and we search, or we want our customers to achieve their production goals and fit into an environment of continuous improvement. It's also important that we integrate our systems to any type of other software like ERPs or any other type of IIoT sensors. So you can centralize your data, your productivity, and any type of process of variables. Here's where we can say also that we are aligned with the sustainability efforts that these corporates are trying to do by measuring and controlling their CO2 emissions. And basically, also we connect with the operators by giving them digital tools so they can have real-time access to KPIs, visual to any type of operator. We also empower through automated daily reports in the shop floor. We also know that communication is very important, so our platform includes channels so the managers can talk to the operators, vice versa, in the same, let's say, platform. And also we have notification and alerts that will scale up upon the event that is causing troubles within the shop floor. So that's mainly the driver, the business core for Monitor app. And I want to close with telling you why we choose and we will continue to grow our core development within Guanajuato. Mainly, we have seen that like this type of state public policies like Valle de la Manufactura ecosystem put us in a situation where we have access to all these valuable resources as educational institutions, research institutions, also investors, and the promoting like Aaron that is inviting us to this type of events is very valuable for us. And that's why Guanajuato has proven to be the right place, not just for the geographical advantage, but mainly because we have always found resources, talented people at all levels. And I think that the actions that the government has taken for several years now reflects into a good synchro between the industry and the needs of the all the aspects: technology, talent, reliable chain supplies, and all that takes. And we're proud to be a company based in Guanajuato. And also we will continue to show our talent, our added value through events like the ITM, Hanover Messe Fair. So thank you very much for your time, and happy to be here, guys.
Thank you very much, Eric, and it's great to know more about your startup and also know more about the stories in specifically in Guanajuato and your Interpuerto. I actually linked the website on the chat, so if anyone is interested to know more about Monitor app, you can visit there. And thank you again, Eric. I hope you have a
Awesome.
great day.
Thank you, Catherine. See you.
See you. Yeah. The next stakeholder we will be hearing from is the General Director of Game Coder, Marcel Stocky. Hello, Marcel. Hola, how are you?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you well. Okay, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Catherine. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for the invitation to the presentation of the report. I'll talk a little about the company. We are a video game development company based on Guanajuato. In the last 12 years, we have been working on many different titles for the platforms like PC, mobile, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, virtual reality. And it is a company that has been growing and now has like 70 employees from all around the world. Mexico, Guanajuato are the largest numbers. And there are so many different talents that we found here in Guanajuato: programmers, artists, musicians, designers, right? Working on very interesting projects. For example, 3 weeks ago, we released a beta version of an online video game that we have been working for almost 2 years. And this game was only open for 2 weeks. And the people play it that much that they accumulate a total playtime of 170 years on only two weeks, right? That is around 70,000 people playing all the time the video game. That's only an example of projects that can be created in Guanajuato. It has been very lovely to be in Guanajuato. It's a state and city that everybody loves to visit even our clients are looking constantly for reasons to come back, like pretext or something just to visit again the place. And one of the reasons is that it's very easy to travel to Guanajuato, even with doing transit to another major airports. And also it's very close to other major cities in Mexico. Doing business and growing from Guanajuato has been very helpful for us. There is a great network between universities, companies, and government. We really want to encourage to start projects in Guanajuato. If you are starting one project, it's a very good recommendation to get close to the three parts, universities, company, and governments. They will very happy always to help. For example, we as Team Coder, we will very happy to help other companies that are coming to Guanajuato. Thank you. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Thank you, Marcel. Thank you for sharing us your journey. And also, I've pasted also the link to Game Coder's website to the chat. If anyone's interested, I'm sure it will be fun to play the game that you just mentioned. So if anyone's interested, please visit their link. Thank you again, Marcel, and
Thank you.
have a great day. So now we're moving to the last part of our webinar where we will be listening or reading out questions from our crowd. With us again is Rafael Mojica from IDEA GTO. He will be answering some of our questions that we have from our audience. We actually have 2 questions already, Rafa. So the first question is about the support of startups. So our attendee asked, how does Guanajuato support the scaling of startups, both within the region, across Mexico, and also in Latam?
Yeah, the first, thank you for the question, and thank you, Eric and Marcel, for the participation. First, as a government, we have a role. We have an important role because when you are in government, you can connect. You can invite some people at the same table, and that's a power in the government. Also, you can talk with many stakeholders, and sometimes the startups needs to connect with stakeholders that we have in contact with. So what we do for the startups, one is connect in the local ecosystem. We have when we start in working in our ecosystem, we detect that sometimes people in the enterprises or in another factories think that the problem solvers are outside of the ecosystem. No, are people in another country or another city, and what we have to do is civilize the resources that we have in the own state. So startups can solve problems for another large companies. That's what we do in these years. No, how we connect with the local key players. Another thing is how we connect the startups with another countries or ecosystems in Mexico or in another country. So we have a program to call the cross to connect to Catalonia in Spain, to Brazil, to Singapore, to India. Startups went to these ecosystems, came back, and they came with some knowledge to share with the local ecosystem. This part is important. Another is how we design an event or events with a global perspective. No, this is our local investment event that is very important because we have a high level in the connections, and this is very important for the startup. No, how they can connect with investors from Silicon Valley, from Europe, and from other parts of Latin America and Mexico.
Yes, thank you, Rafael. Thank you for that. I mean, I think we also heard that in a lot of the conversations we'd had with the stakeholders for the report. They've always said that the government of Guanajuato was really good at connecting them with the people they needed to get in touch with whatever issues they had. So, and was also able to connect them to opportunities outside. I think we have also an interesting question now about agriculture. So someone asked, what are the key opportunities for agriculture? They are looking to expand their startup, and I guess the main industry of their startup is agriculture.
In Guanajuato, we have a long story in agriculture because I don't know the term in English. I forgot, but the Guanajuato nickname was the place where the food grow in Mexico.
It's like the vegetable bowl or food bowl of it.
Yes. So so this is like 100 ago or 200 years ago, but now what we can do to to maintain this productiveness? How we can do that is with technology and generating more startup focus on agriculture. So we we have some industries focus on exports to United States and another countries. They are the main producers. Guanajuato is leader in some commodities. So these things, how we can use these facts to promote technology, design technology, and that's we can do. No, for example, we in broccoli we are leader in Mexico, but broccoli needs is very specific how people can have to cut the plant and catch in a bag. The process is very difficult to protect the plant, uh, and there was another team that detect the problem at work, how they can design with AI and another technology uh, a machine that can cut the broccoli and improve the harvest of the broccoli. This is one thing, but we have a lot of of examples in plants and another. And another thing is we have research center focused on biological and DNA and all that. So it's very important how we connect these researchers with the industry because they are leaders in America in what they do. The DNA of the maize was discovered here. So this kind of scientific discoveries, how we can use to the industry and to develop some startups.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity, like Rafael said, for agri-tech or agriculture startups because of the history and also the resources already available. There's also a lot of, as Rafael said, there's a lot of experts there, and now I guess the Guanajuato ecosystem is also working on putting technology on more traditional forms of the agriculture business. So I think we have just one last question, Rafa. So they're asking, how does the Guanajuato ecosystem facilitate networking opportunities for foreign startups? Are there specific events or meetups that cater to international entrepreneurs?
Yes, we with the specific countries like Catalonia, maybe for Catalonia there's a country, but maybe from Spain or from Brazil, for example, we have a connection with the local governments. So we work with the startups from Brazil that came to Guanajuato, and some startups from Guanajuato went to Brazil. So this um, these visits is important because foreign startups can can, can go to Guanajuato and know about the ecosystem, meet some people or and organizations. This is one in a specific programs like this. Another is in the capital startup capital, and this is an important event in the autumn. So we invite all startups from Latin America that can go to Guanajuato. This is another kind of visit that they can. And we have a, a fund like how they can take land in Guanajuato. No? So some startup that from foreign country that want Guanajuato has it's important because we are a door for Latin America and a door for North America. So if a startup from Europe or from Asia, they're interested in the market of Latin America and United States and Canada, Guanajuato is can be a landing place to do that because we have this kind of connections and we are near of this ecosystem, so we can design how they can install in Guanajuato, and we, as Ellie David said at the beginning, we have beautiful cities like Guanajuato City in your back, Catherine.
Thank you, Rafael. I've linked the event website for capital startups. If everyone's interested, you can head there and visit. Okay, so someone we have a few more minutes. I think it's good to answer this question because I'm sure a lot of startups are interested about venture capital. So they're asking how accessible are VCs in Guanajuato, and are the VCs usually local or international investors who are actively looking to invest in foreign startups?
One of the things that what we do in Idea GTO and for the ecosystem was like an academy for investors. No, we have a local capitalist that they have some interest in houses and another kind of investment. So in the academy is hey, you can put money in smart money in this kind of projects, and return of investment is in this way, and you can. So one part of the project is put a seed for these capitalists can be investors in the future. No? We have some events in the year. The main is Capital Startup Capital, but we have another in the year that connect some investors with the with the with the startups. For example, last week we have an event with Japan, so we connect some people from Japan with the local startups, and we have with another countries or another funds. And in Capital Startup Capital, we invite local investors and foreign VCs, and people spend 2 days, so you can talk with them, you can lunch with them, you can go to the conference, but the event is designed to be for connections, the people that visit so there are people from international banks, from technology technology industry is very important in the world that visit this event. So this would be an option for startups to connect with VCs.
Thank you, Rafa. I think that was our last question. Definitely, if you have more questions, you can reach out to Startup Link, and we will connect you with Idea GTO so you can ask them directly the questions that you have about relocating or expanding your business to Guanajuato. So again, thank you, Rafa. Thank you, Aaron, Eric, and Marcel for joining us. And definitely, if you haven't already, please go ahead and download the Guanajuato report to know more about this amazing ecosystem. You can head over to guanajuato.startuplink.com. Thank you for joining us, everyone, and we hope you have a great day.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Thank you, Marcel.
Yes, and in case you missed any part of this webinar, we will be sharing the recordings in the after event email that we will be sending out in the coming days. Thank you again, and we hope you have a great morning or afternoon wherever you're from.